Come thou fount of every blessing, key of C. We'll play it full speed, congregational accompaniment style, and then we'll do some analysis. Okay, that's how I would play it to accompany a congregation. And I changed the key from D to C because C is easier and it's a little bit lower for people in the congregation to sing. Some people have trouble with higher notes, so I like to put things down lower if possible. If you are playing on two pianos with note reading pianists, you have no choice but to play it in the key of D if it's written there in the hymn book. Okay, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just don't like the key of D very much. I don't like the two sharps. I just prefer C a lot better. I do want to point out some things about technique. Obviously, this is full octave technique that I'm using. And the very first note of the melody starts off right here, and it could be a C. But I like the E minor in the right hand better because of where we're going. I always try to think ahead in my music of where am I going? Where is the melody going? Where is the harmony going? And so where I'm going is there. That's the second note of the song. And so it makes sense to use the B right here instead of the C because the B is an element of the very next chord, which is the G7th. So that's what I do. Notice I've pointed this out before, but I don't play chords on every melody note. Play the chord there, but then only melody on that. Chord, no chord. Again, I could do the C, but I don't want to. I prefer to use the E minor because it's going to the D7th. And then the second phrase is just a repeat, so I won't repeat that now. But now let's go to the third phrase, which is, okay, chord, and then just very strong melody while we walk the bass down. Again. And then we're just repeating the first and second phrases in the fourth phrase. That's a very simple ending that I do a lot. If you want a little more flair, you could go. But I don't always like to do that. I often like to do the simple ending. Okay? Now, there's a lot of other things you could do with this song. Rudy Atwood has an excellent rendition of this song, and I'm not going to try to imitate him on this one because he does it so much better, but you can look him up on YouTube and get some ideas for some variation on verses. But again, my main focus is congregational hymn playing, and so that's what I've given you here.